Hey guys, HMK here to bring you an in-depth video on the Xehanort experience from the newest Kingdom Hearts Ultimania that was translated by our good friends over at KH13.com. This is the cold hard truth on the exploits of Xehanort and his many selves throughout the Kingdom Hearts games, and will chronicle the antics of the antagonistic mastermind behind the darkness of the games. We start with the timeline of Xehanort as a person before we get into the details of his deeds. First, we start with young Xehanort, presumably in his late teen years, decades before Kingdom Hearts 1 and Birth by Sleep. Many years later, about 10 years before the events of Birth by Sleep, young Xehanort ages into Master Xehanort. During the events of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Master Xehanort decides to discard his old body and steal Terra's body, becoming Terra Xehanort. Sometime after that, he loses a battle against Aqua and loses his memories, becoming Apprentice Xehanort and is taken under Ansem the Wise's wing. A few years before the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, Apprentice Xehanort willingly gives in to the darkness and releases his own heart, discarding his body. His body goes on to become Xemnas, the leader of the Nobodies and Organization XIII. Being reduced to just a heart, he goes on to become known as the Robed Figure. During the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, this robed figure led Riku down the path of darkness. At the end of the game, he stole Riku's body, becoming Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora destroyed Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, and at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora and Riku destroyed Xemnas, the Superior in between. By the time of Dream Drop Distance, their destruction led to the revival of Master Xehanort. We begin our focus with young Xehanort's timeline, which begins decades before Kingdom Hearts 1. He was given the power of time travel from the robed figure and was able to move through time. After skipping many years and moving through time, he appeared at the Land of Departure and confronted Terra, Ventus, and Aqua in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. He appeared here as the mysterious figure, but due to being before his training, he doesn't use the Keyblade to attack. After skipping another amount of years moving through time, he appeared at the Radiant Garden and secretly talked with Braig in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Saïx, who returned into human form as Aiza, was taken somewhere else. It is revealed that Aiza was retrieved as a member of the true Organization XIII, or the 13 Seekers of Darkness. By the events of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, young Xehanort led Sora, who was traveling through the sleeping worlds, into the Dreaming Abyss. Young Xehanort, having followed the path set out for him, knew of everything up until witnessing Sora fall into the Dreaming Abyss. That knowledge was shared with all other Xehanorts. After some time, he covened the members of the true Organization XIII, and after ascertaining the revival of Master Xehanort's true body, he returned to his own time. After returning from the future, young Xehanort lost all the memories and experience he gained there. However, all of his actions up until that point were imprinted onto his heart, stimulating him to first leave the Destiny Islands. And after he left behind his homeworld, he joined his fellow pupil Ericus and trained zealously at the Land of Departure to wield the Keyblade. After this point, young Xehanort will go on to age and become Master Xehanort, leading up to the events of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. A short time before the events of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Master Xehanort separated from Master Ericus, who viewed light as an absolute. After that, he took the darkness from his pupil Ventus's heart and created Vanitas in order to raise him as the raw material necessary for the Keyblade. He left Ventus with Ericus after that. Ventus was made to live under Ericus' supervision to have hearts of pure light and hearts of pure darkness clash and create the Keyblade. In addition, while bringing Ventus to Ericus, Master Xehanort also sensed the darkness in Terra's heart and formed the idea to use him as a vessel. Sometime later, he proposed to Ericus in a letter to hold a Mark of Mastery exam for his pupils and witness both Aqua and Terra taking the exam. Though it appeared as a normal suggestion, his real aim was to lead Terra, who would have naturally passed, into failure and make him walk the road of darkness. At the same time, he'd cause chaos in the worlds by using the Unverse born from Vanitas, creating an impetus for Terra and Ventus to start their journey. After that, Master Xehanort would go on to tell Maleficent about the glorious Kingdom Hearts. He would use Maleficent to gather the 7 pure hearts of light, the 7 princesses of heart. However, this plan was thwarted by Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1. Master Xehanort then conspired with Braig in Radiant Garden, who expressed interest in the Keyblade. After this, he led both Ventus and Terra back to the Land of Departure. There he killed Master Ericus, who had suffered a severe wound in his fight with Terra, and dragged the Land of Departure into darkness. At the Keyblade Graveyard, he fought Terra and stole his body, becoming Terra Xehanort. After becoming Terra Xehanort, he lost in a battle against Terra, whose angered soul remained in his armor. He was blown away in the aftermath of the Keyblade's destruction and landed in Radiant Garden. After that, he fought against Aqua and lost to her in Radiant Garden. Ansem the Wise guided Braig and found him passed out with his memories lost and took him under his wing. After losing to Aqua, Terra Xehanort was about to be swallowed by the Realm of Darkness, but was saved by Aqua. Her armor, which remained beside Terra Xehanort, was taken with him to Ansem the Wise's laboratory. After losing his memories, he then became known as Apprentice Xehanort and showed talent as Ansem the Wise's apprentice. After becoming a subject for his experiments, he immersed himself in the research about the heart's darkness and then created the artificial Heartless. Sometime after that, he exiled Ansem the Wise and stole the other apprentices' hearts and made them into nobodies. He then released his own heart and gave into the darkness and became known as the Robed Figure, while his exiled body became that known as Xemnas. Since the Robed Figure lacked a body, he became able to travel through time and traveled to the time of young Xehanort. After traveling back in time to the Destiny Islands, he gave young Xehanort some of his own power to allow him to travel through time. It is then he waited for that fateful day in the events of Kingdom Hearts 1. In the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, just before when the Destiny Islands were swallowed by the darkness, he made contact with Sora and Riku. In the events of Dream Job Distance, when Sora and Riku traveled to the past for the Mark of Mastery exam, he made contact once again with Sora and Riku. It is there he marked Sora with the Rikusen Sigil. When Sora was marked with the Rikusen Sigil, the Robed Figure also carried out the role of the portal allowing Xehanort's incarnations into the sleeping worlds. Since he made contact with Sora and Riku, he was part of their exam as well. It is due to this they always know where Sora's location is and are able to interfere with him. After some time in Kingdom Hearts 1, he hijacked Riku's body at Hollow Bastion and became Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Ansem had his sights set for the heart of all worlds, Kingdom Hearts at the end of the world, but was defeated by Sora, and the Heartless was extinguished. Although ceasing to exist as a Heartless after being defeated by Sora, Ansem afterwards continued to lurk in the darkness inside Riku's heart. This is also the reason why Riku took on Ansem's appearance after releasing the power of darkness in Kingdom Hearts 2. In Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, he addressed Riku, who had arrived at Castle Oblivion, and once again schemed to take his body, but was defeated by Riku. Though he was defeated by Sora at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, he returned in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. There he urged Riku to release the power of darkness if he wanted to save Sora, but was defeated. After that, he welcomed Master Xehanort's true form as a member of the true Organization XIII, and then he disappeared. And now we come to the discarded body of Apprentice Xehanort, which went on to become Xemnas. He formed the Organization XIII, and set up a base within the world that never was, and turned Castle Oblivion into a research establishment. In order to complete the Organization XIII, or what would later become the 13 Dark Vessels, Xemnas ordered Braig, who became known as Xigbar, and the others to gather new members. Meanwhile, Xemnas enshrined Aqua's armor in the Chamber of Repose, located in the basement of Ansem the Wise's laboratory. After that, he sent organization members to look for the Chamber of Waking in Castle Oblivion, where Ventus's body is located. In the beginning of 350 over 2 days, Xemnas ushered Roxas, who was just born in Twilight Town, into the Organization XIII. Afterwards, he fought Sora at Hollow Bastion, and then after that, he spoke with Roxas at the Dark Margin. Using his subordinate by the time of Rechain of Memories, he lured Sora to Castle Oblivion, and by stealing his memories, he sought to create a replica who could wield the Keyblade. Afterwards, in the events of 358 over 2 days, he ordered Roxas and Xion to defeat Heartless and begin to create Kingdom Hearts, made of people's hearts. Sometime later, nearing the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, he ordered Axel to bring back Xion and Roxas, who had deserted in succession. Later on, he visited Hollow Bastion along with the other organization members and showed himself to Sora. Near the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, he attacked Sora and the others at the world that never was. But on top of having the Kingdom Hearts of People's Hearts destroyed by Ansem the Wise, he was defeated by Sora and Riku, and the Nobody was extinguished. Though he was defeated at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, Xemnas returned in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. There, he obstructed Sora and told him about the Organization XIII's true purpose, and battled him. He made Sora exhausted and succeeded in making it so that Sora couldn't wake up. After welcoming Master Xehanort's true form as a member of the true Organization XIII, he disappeared. After the destruction of both Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and Xemnas, the Superior In-Between, Master Xehanort is revived and welcomed by his various incarnations to the 13 Seekers of Darkness. He tried to make Sora the 13th Dark Vessel, but failed due to Riku's and the others interfering, and then he disappeared. He was reborn as Master Xehanort in order to achieve the goal of making 7 Lights and 13 Darknesses fight to form the Keyblade. However, due to failing to make Sora a Dark Vessel, the 13 Seekers of Darkness, like the 7 Guardians of Light, who were lacking from the start, remained insufficient and returned to their proper places. And there you have it, the Xehanort experience. Though it may seem a bit overwhelming at first, the story of Xehanort is as clear as day now, and I hope this helped you in understanding the timeline of his exploits. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe. It helps my channel expand and continue. So until the next Kingdom Hearts video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.